The Nightingale and the Rose. She said, "We'll dance with you if you bring in a red rose," cried the young student. "But there are no roses in my garden. I have studied everything that my school has written, but my life is unhappy because I have no red roses." Her eyes filled with tears. A little nightingale heard him from her old tree. "Here at last is a true lover," said the nightingale. "I have sung about true love night after night, but I have nothing a true lover." "There will be a dance at the palace tomorrow," said the student. "The prince will be there, and my love will be there too. If I bring the two roses, she will dance with me. But there are no roses in my garden, so I will sit alone. She will nod me, and my heart will break." "Yes, is a true lover like a lover in my songs," said the nightingale. "Love is happiness to me, but it is pain to him. Love is a wonderful thing. Gold and jewels cannot never buy it." The student cried, "The musician will play, and my love will dance to the music. Rich men in fine clothes will crowd around her, but she will with me because I cannot give her a red rose." He lay down on the grass, put his face in his hand, and cried. "Why is he crying?" asked the animals in the garden. "Why is she crying?" asked the flowers. "She's crying for a red rose," said the nightingale. "For red rose!" they cried, and they laughed. But the nightingale understood. She opened her brown wings and flew up into the air. He passed across the garden like a shadow. There are beautiful roses in the center of the garden. When she saw it, she flew down to it. "Give me a red rose," she cried, "and that was my sweetest song." "I'm sorry," said the rose tree. "My roses are white as snow. Go to my brother on the other side of the garden. Perhaps he will give you what you want." So the nightingale flew us to the mother rose tree. "Give me a red rose," he cried, "and will sing my sweetest song." "I'm sorry," answered the rose tree. "My roses are yellow, gold and yellow. But go to my brother who go below." So the nightingale flew to the rose tree. "Give me a red rose," she cried, "and I sing my sweetest song." "My roses are red," it answered, "but the winter cold has frozen my flowers and has fallen. I will have no roses this year." "I only one red rose," cried the nightingale. "Only one red rose? How can I get it?" "The easy way," answered the tree. "But I don't know about it." "Tell me the way, please," said the nightingale. "I'm not afraid." "If you want a red rose," said the tree, "you must build it of music by moonlight. The redness might come from your heart's blood. You must sing to all night with heart pressed against songs. Cut open the heart and lifeblood mount to me and become mine." "This is a great price to sing for a red rose," cried the nightingale. "I enjoy life, but I love singing the sitting green. I love smelling the flowers. But life is better than life, and the heart is more important than the heart of a bird." So she opened her brown wings and flew to the air. She passed over the garden where the students were still lying in the grass, the tears drying in his eyes. "Be happy," cried the nightingale. "You will have your red rose. I will build it of music by moonlight, give my heart to blush for its redness. But you must be a true lover, because the wisest and strongest sing." The student looked up of the grass and listened, but she understood what the nightingale was saying. He only knew things written in books. The new tree loved the nightingale, and he understood. "Sing me white last song," he said in the low windly go. So the nightingale sang to the old tree. He was like a drops on falling a silver cup. He finished the student a notebook. "Her voice is beautiful, but her song does not mean anything. It's not because true feelings. She sings only of her music, not about other people." He went to his room, lay down on his bed, and thought about his love. After a time, he fell asleep. When the moon shone in the sky, the nightingale flew to the rose tree. He pressed to song. She sang all night, and the cold moon listened. All through the notes he sang, and the song went deeper and deeper, and blood ran after her. First, she sang about the bow in the heart of the bird and the girl, and the wonderful rose grew in the gutter of the rose tree. A song followed the song, the rose opened. At first it was white as a cloud on the river, as silver in the wind of an early morning. The rose tree cried to the nightingale, "Press closer again to song, nightingale. The rose might be red before daylight." So the nightingale pressed closer, and her song became louder. Now she sang about a burst of love in the hearts of a man and a woman. The rose became red, but the heart in white, because it had blood of the nightingale, the rose. The rose tree cried to the nightingale, "Press closer again to song, nightingale. All the day will come before the rose is red." So the nightingale pressed closer to song. The song touched her heart and pain through her. As the pain became worse, her song wilder. Now she sang a love which made perfect by death. It became deep red. It was red in the jewels. But the nightingale's voice began weaker and weaker. Her little wings stopped moving. Her eyes lost their brightness. She sang last wonderful song. The moon hushed and waited in the sky. The red rose hushed and opened to the cold morning air. "Look, look," cried the rose tree. "The roses are ready now." But the nightingale didn't answer, because he landed in the long grass with the thought in her heart. At midday, the student opened his window and looked out. "Ha!" he cried. "Here is a red rose. It's exactly what I want. I have never seen a rose as beautiful as this. It probably has a name." He put out his key and took it. Then he put and ran to the doctor's house with the red rose in his hand. It was the student's teacher, and the student loved the doctor's daughter at the door, and her little was dying in her feet. "You wanted to a red rose," cried the student. "Here is the reddest rose in the world. You can wear it tonight next to your heart, then we'll dance together, and you will know how I love you." "I'm sorry," said the girl. "It will not with the color of my dress. and also for some real jewels. Everyone knows that jewels cost more than flowers. Thank you very much, said the student angrily. You're very kind. He threw the rose in the street. You can't speak to me like that, said the girl. Who are you? Are you a student? He got up home and went to his house. Love is a very silly thing, said the student as he walked away. It tells us things which are not going to happen. We believe things which are not true. It's useless. In these difficult times, we must useful things. I shall go to my studies. So he returned to his room, took out a big old book and began to read.